Fatality. Spawn wins. Flawless victory.
What do you think, Spawn? Spawn. Yes.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Mac, back with another video. We're going to be taking a quick look at the MK11 Spawn figures from Mcfarlane Toys. I've been waiting on these guys for a little while now. So I actually ended up picking these up from GameStop. That's not typically someplace where I shop, but they was like kind of a last minute thing for me because I ended up trying to go to the Walmart stores that had the special listing for stores that were going to be carrying just these figures alone. I think it was on the 8th of last month, so I went around to my local Walmarts, which I also hate going to, but I wanted to try to grab these figures, but unfortunately they did not have anything in stock, and when I asked the employees about it, they acted like they had no idea what I was talking about. So GameStop was my last stop to check. They were able to, like I said, I was able to pre-order them from there, and it guaranteed that they would be there by a certain date. They actually came in and they never called me, so I ended up just calling them and actually going to go pick them up when they said that they were there. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at the box. So as you can see, got some pretty cool box artwork here. Sorry if the glare, trying to keep it glare free. Very cool. We got 22 moving parts. Mortal Kombat. So yeah, so this is your first time to the channel. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out this video. Go ahead and hit that like button and consider subscribing. So let's go ahead and get on to what we are all here for. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and check it out. Alright guys, so it comes with the sword, the figure, and then it has a little stand here that you can stand them up on. So very cool packaging. It comes with like these two wraps that wrap around the waist and around the sword, which I've already cut off. And then towards the back, you have this cape. It's kind of rubberized and it just kind of goes through here. So let's go ahead and pull it out. Pull out the complete figure itself. Alright guys, so I got him out of the package. There's actually another tie that ties his leg in, so probably one of the more better wrapped figures that I've received in a long time. It's really in there, so it kind of ensures that it's not going to go anywhere. So you have his sword here, and it's done really well. So you can see the Spawn emblem in there, and it's got a cool kind of weathering effects on it, on the handle there, the red and black, and you have a little bit of damage, little details going up and down the sword. Very cool. So the figure will stand on its own, but with this little stand which helps it stand up upright. But it does not necessarily need it depending on how you have it posed, but it's kind of cool to have that. But the side of the boots and everything, or the boot detail, he's got that one big Spawn boot, which I am a fan of, and then you got the regular foot and leg, and then like you can see the detail in the suit. And the pouches there on the side, and his gauntlet, which is done very well, and just the same on this side. So, and then the cape is like a rubber material, but you can see it's got pretty cool detail on it. A black wash there. And then the chains on his waist are done very well. They're like rubbery. And same with the ones that connect the cape. And then the head sculpt is very well too. Very reminiscent to the game. You can kind of see a little bit of his mouth detail there. You can see the eyes have a really nice paint effect on them too, where it makes them stand out. So went ahead and threw the sword in his hand, or put it in his hand. That's what he looks like. I'll be waiting to see what some collectors do with this, because due to the highly articulated structure of this little figure, you can come up with some pretty cool poses. Show you guys too that it has some crazy kind of posability on this knee joint there. As you can see. And one of the things I haven't really seen before is it has this action here too, which is pretty cool. It has it on both feet right there. Alright, so I pulled out the color top spawn. These are more like little statues than figures, but for a size comparison. But these are some of my favorite spawn figures in my current collection. Alright guys, and here's a comparison of the movie spawns. We got Hobo Spawn, and then Spawn without the mask, hamburger face. Okay, and last but not least, we have the OG Spawn figures from Mcfarlane Toys. So I have the OG Spawn over here. As you can see, I lost the chain for the front of the cape, and we have Medieval Spawn. So I've had these figures since I was a little kid. I actually remember picking them up and kind of being reconnected with them. My mom used to call them menfolk, so it's kind of, they were in a box labeled menfolk, and I was able to go pick those up from her one day, and I got them back in the grown man collection. I meant to say grown ass man collection. Alright guys, let's go ahead and measure him out here. So he sits right about 7 inches or a little bit taller. So that way you guys can kind of get a gist of where he's going to fit in your collections or displays. Alright guys, my overall impression of this figure is that it's dope as hell. If you were on the fence about picking this up, I don't know why you would be. Considering the price of it, I mean, you're looking at a figure here that's going to run you maybe $25 to $35 depending on where you get it from. I think it's a bargain. There's just it's just packed full of detail all throughout the body and the sculpt. I think for us as a Spawn fan, or anybody that is, I think you're going to get exactly what you pay for and then some. So for me, this figure hits on all cylinders. So you're probably asking why I bought another Spawn figure. So how I typically do things is that I will buy a figure, and I'll have one for display purposes and have one on standby just in case something happens to the other figure. But I also did that with the Color Tops hamburger face spawn. But for figures and stuff, that's typically what I do, especially if it's a character that I really connect with. So my boy Spawn, I had to do it, and that's how I do things. Alright guys, so I didn't know if you knew, but Spawn is actually my favorite character, has been and has always been, will be, more than likely. I just remember seeing the first issue of Spawn at my local comic book store when I was a kid, and just seeing him on the cover of that very first issue, which I still have to this day, and just thinking to myself, like, who is that guy? He looks pretty cool, and I definitely want to see what that's all about. So I remember saving up the money in order to be able to buy that book that was actually behind the shelf, or behind the counter that was up on the shelf there. And I think the price of it at that time was, I think, maybe $10 to $15, maybe even $20. But I remember having to work and save up the money to be able to go ahead and purchase that for myself. So Spawn definitely is one of those nostalgic characters for me, and is what got me back into basically collecting, reading comics, and basically I do a little bit of drawing on the side. So I'm doing that too a little bit, kind of digitally right now, and then kind of sketching and drawing and doodling and doing that stuff all over. So that brings me to my next segment here. I'm going to be doing some Spawn related content here for the channel. I've got a custom Spawn that's coming in here, hopefully here within the next couple of months here. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and review on that. If you're new to the channel and you're just watching, you can see the statues up there. That's what I also do on this channel, do statue unboxing and reviews. But I'm going to be dropping, like I said, some Spawn content, and what I'm going to go ahead and announce is it's going to be called the Spawnathon. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with showing you guys what I never showed you, what I got from the New York Comic Con. So first off, we'll start with this art print here of the record-breaking Spawn 301, and this is one of the covers, and it's signed by Todd McFarlane. The artist that drew this was Alex Ross, so you can see that there. It's got both signatures, Todd McFarlane and Alex Ross, and that's number 82 out of 500. So I picked this up from the Comic Con, and then it also has a Spawn 301 sketch cover, or not sketch, but just cover. This is drawn by Bill Sienkiewicz, and that's also signed by Todd McFarlane. So you can see both those signatures there. And this is number 28 out of 250. So definitely had to pick those up when I was at the con. And I also got one more. So this next one is by Jason Sean Alexander, and this is number 54 out of 100. This is a Spawn 300 cover, and he signed it right there. So, and I'm sorry for the glare, guys, but I'm trying to show you guys these art prints. But the artwork on that he did for the 300 series, or the 300 series and after, just really kind of speaks to me. He's got like this kind of grim kind of artwork, and I don't know what it is, but I'm just gravitated towards it. So both of these, the artworks on these are from Spawn 300 and Spawn 301. The one on the backside is another Spawn 301 cover. So I have all of the Spawn 301 and 300 covers, besides the very rare ones or the special ones that are kind of costly, but I will be working to get some of those in my PC. And let me know what you guys think about these art covers too. Were you guys at the New York Comic Con? Did I run into you there? But yeah, definitely loving these art prints. So I can't wait to get these up and displayed with a very cool Spawn kind of collection that will be kind of, he'll have his own area in my collection when I actually get the Mac Palace moved to the new location, which should hopefully be within the next year. So I'm working on that so I can get some more space and, you know, crank out some more content for you guys. So now that I have officially announced the Spawnathon, this is series 1 of the Spawnathon, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Make sure you go grab yourself a Spawn figure if you guys are a fan of Spawn or just a figure collector or you favor figures at all in general. But I've got big things coming to the channel. I don't want you guys to miss, so make sure you guys like the video, make sure you guys have the notification bells on, and make sure you guys are subscribed, because the stuff that I have coming here in the future you don't want to miss out on. So I appreciate you guys once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Stay with us.